Hi everyone, so welcome back again to our video, and today we're going to explore more on the equalization. Uh, we already did our kick drum and snare. All right. Today we're going to hear we have the E guitar. Okay, and let's hear the E guitar, and I'm going to do again. You just find the frequency. What is the most prominent frequency of these electric guitars? So I'm going to hear that. I want to show you what is not prominent in these electric guitars. Okay, I'm going to low pass it. Okay, and this is 135 hertz. Anything below 135 hertz, do I hear the guitar? The guitar is playing, but there's nothing there because the guitar is not playing at those frequency. So when I EQ, make sure when I EQ the low, I don't EQ there, that range, because there's nothing there for you to EQ. When you EQ up, you're going to boost, it's going to be noise. So what is most prominent for the guitar? Yeah, it's around that range. It is around what we call the mid range. So we're going to bring this up. Okay, I'm going to raise it up until I can hear it start cutting. You hear that? That's the range of electric guitars, right? They are playing around this range between 500 hertz right up to 8,000 kilohertz. So if I were to narrow it down, this is 500 to 1 kilohertz. If I were to narrow it down some more, between 2 to 5, you hear that? It's quite loud. That's where it's the most prominent area. So that's why, and that's the reason, knowing this, we have to be careful, because between 1 to 4 kilohertz, that's where the vocal range is. And most of the time, if they don't play well, they're going to fight with the vocals. You know, the electric guitar keep playing and the singer is trying to sing, so they're going to clash with each other because they are within the similar frequency range. So either the guitarist back down, or I might need to in the mix, I might need to notch it down in that range so that the vocals will have space to breathe. So in this case, I'm going to leave it like this, and I want to show you what I mean about the vocal range. Okay, this is Sister Kenny. I'm going to put an EQ there. So this is her. You can hear a lot of, because hers is a mic and then the live band is playing, so there's a lot of leak in there. But it doesn't matter, so we're going to hear, and if I were to raise this to 1 to 4 kilohertz, right, that's around the range, we can hear quite well, and that is the most prominent range. Okay, that's why when we put the electric guitar there, they're going to fight with each other. All right. Okay, so how about there's nothing much between 50 to 200 hertz, right? But we still have some a bit low, so that's why when we EQ, for girls, they tend to be higher, so we have to be careful where we. If I want the vocal to pop up, in terms of the mix, that's the range that we want to EQ, right? We can boost a little bit, but be careful when it comes to live. Be careful not to always boost, but try to cut first. Okay, but when you are live streaming, we don't have to deal with feedback. So hence, sometimes we can boost, sometimes we can cut, but we always best try to cut. See, I did a lot of cutting here. I cut 200 hertz. I cut from, it doesn't really matter. You see, if I were to go up to 10K, there's nothing much there except for certain sibilance. So you have to be careful of what you're boosting and what you're cutting. Yeah. Okay. So one more before we end today is our piano. All right. I want to show you piano. Piano is one of the largest sounding instrument. See, even if I cut to 5K, there's still a lot of piano there. How about if I were to high pass it? That's below 200 hertz. There's still a lot of information that you hear that. So that's why the piano is what we call the full spectrum instruments. They can play from the very bottom to right to the very top. That's why they got 88 keys. And therefore, it's very important that the pianist will learn how to play less. Because if they play a lot like what we are recording here, they're covering the whole spectrum and they don't allow other instruments to breathe. You understand that? So in this case, what you're going to do, okay? So because she plays everywhere, so I need to high pass them, or I need to do a drastic EQ cut so that other instruments can be able to come out, so that you'll be have present. It's just imagine like a parking lot. All right, that parking lot is that much. So the more instruments the more cars you go in there, the lesser the harder they're going to park. So it's the same thing. The more instruments you put in the mix, it's harder for them to fit. So in order for them to fit, they have to learn to play less with each other. Hence, the word "less is more" comes about. Okay, so that's for today's lesson. I hope to see you again next week.